Psalm 16, 1 through 11.
This is a psalm of delight. There are no trials or tribulations anywhere in this song. David is simply delighting. He is delighting, first of all, in the Lord. Thou art my Lord, my goodness extendeth not to thee. In other words, I have no good beyond God. He delights in the Lord. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart. Then he delights in the Lord's people. But to the saints who are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Do you delight in God's people? To live above with saints we love will certainly be glory. To live below with saints we know, that's another story. Are some of God's people getting abrasive toward you? Are there some problems with God's people? Well, start delighting in the Lord, and you'll start to delight in God's people. He delights in God's providence. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. I like that. God in His providence knows where to draw the lines. One of the problems in life today is that people don't know where God's lines are. They want to keep moving the line. Let God give you your inheritance. You'll recall that when Israel went into the promised land, God gave each tribe its inheritance. God did it. It wasn't done by some real estate agent. It wasn't done by some lottery. God did it. God said, here are the lines, and you maintain those lines. Do you want to have delight? Do you want to be able to delight in God and in God's people? Then delight in God's providence. Let God draw the lines, and let God be the portion of your inheritance. He also delights in God's pleasures. Psalm 16:11 has been my life verse for many years. Thou wilt show me the path of life. Live on God's path. In thy presence is fullness of joy. Live in God's presence. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Live for God's pleasures. You want life and joy? There's the secret. Living on God's path, living in God's presence, living for God's pleasures.